Yeah! Milliliter. Hey guys, sorry for the low quality, but we need to talk. We're going to be talking about how, in my opinion, on why, well, there are several reasons. Well, the first reason I'm going to talk about is why people are leaving YouTube. My second reason is why am I stopping? Like, what's my plan? Why am I like, why am I not making any more content? And so on. And to put it simply, for YouTube, YouTube isn't being YouTube. YouTube is not YouTube anymore. I know that may sound vague, but listen, YouTube itself, you got to understand that YouTube has been around for quite a while. So I wasn't surprised to hear that creators like MatPat were leaving. And it's not the creator, it's how YouTube works, in my opinion. YouTube is trying to be something it's not. I guess that's the best way to say it. And you could see this happening. Like, you could see this happening when you stay on, when you're like me and your life is usually just on YouTube, you will start to notice this. You will start to realize that they added shorts, they added, like, editing stuff, they added, like, lives, they made your channel organized, they added, like, they made your channel just a lot bigger than it needs to be. They made a lot more things more complex. They made things that they didn't really need to do. Like shorts, in my opinion, we didn't really need that. And because already people were already making short videos left and right, we didn't need it. We had TikTok for that. YouTube is like copying TikTok, trying to be something it's not. And that's a problem. The reason it's a problem is because it makes the algorithm on YouTube, the way YouTube works, is not going to work correctly. So it's going to flag things wrong. It's going to suggest things wrong. It's going to... And I just kind of got tired of that. Because YouTube wasn't focusing on the problems on YouTube. They were focusing on building on YouTube. I don't like that at all. That's the biggest problem for me. And that's the main reason why I'm leaving. The secondary reason I'm leaving is, well, I've been making content for a while. It's time to slow down, take a break, drink a cup of coffee or something. If you think about it from that point of view, you're like, huh, I guess YouTube is doing more than it needs to be doing. Maybe he's right. Maybe YouTube is doing something it doesn't need to be doing, which is the point. So when I heard MatPat leaving, I was like, can you really blame the dude? Can you like blame everyone slowing down their content creation? Like people are just moving to TikTok, not because it's TikTok, but because TikTok is running their own stuff better than YouTube, which I kind of find funny. It's really sad when you have like an app like that running better than YouTube and YouTube getting jealous of it. YouTube is trying to copy others, hoping that they too get better, but to be honest, most of the stuff you see on YouTube Shorts are already on TikTok, if I'm going to be honest. TikTok used to be this place, like when I joined in 2020, it wasn't this content making app that everyone thought it would be. Instead, it was just dancing and getting likes and trying to get simps, but that's a different story. But instead, as time went on, in my 4 years of being on TikTok, I noticed something strange. Why are people starting to make content there and not on YouTube? So I did some investigating on YouTube. And it turns out everybody's getting bored of YouTube. That's why YouTube's failing. YouTube isn't being YouTube. It's not YouTube anymore. Like the YouTube I knew isn't around anymore. This is like YouTube 2.0. And so I looked back into my past, realizing most of the stuff I make, and I was like, it was better at that time than it was now. They switched it to from likes to more views. So instead of likes controlling what you want, it was views now controlling what you want. And they are always switching it back and forth. And it's annoying. Especially when you have YouTube going, hey, guess what, bud? Guess what? You made this video? Alright, good. Let me check if it's appropriate. Sorry, we can't show this. It seems you're playing with a Nerf gun. We can't have that. Not safe for children. Which is most of YouTube. They're like they see everything wrong instead of they're not working with like YouTube isn't like Google. What are you doing? Google is worrying about things Google should not be worrying. Like I mean, the Chromebooks, they are nice, but why are you not treating your good boy YouTube? Like you bought YouTube. Why are you not helping your YouTube? What if YouTube needs help? Why don't you make a YouTube Chromebook with the YouTube symbol instead of the Chrome symbol? I have a gut feeling that they will do that. I have a feeling that they might do that because it's Google. Right from the beginning, I didn't really know what to do, so I was like, what's gonna get me more likes? What's gonna get me more views? I did shorts, I did videos, and then I did live streams. So I tested this out for myself, seeing what happens, and I made beta type videos with no edits, made videos with edits, made shorts, and then made live streams. And you wanna know something funny? Most of all my likes and views are not from lives, not from videos, but from shorts. So it's not YouTube anymore, it's YouTube Shorts. YouTube's gone. There's nothing you can do to fix that. All they want now is just small videos. You know why they want small videos? Because people these days don't have a brain capacity to make it past a 20-minute video. Like, imagine wanting to learn something. Like, imagine you want to learn how to make a paper bird, and they're like, here, this is how you make a paper bird, and just grab a piece of paper. There you go. Video done. That's a short. Like the time it takes to make something like this isn't a minute long. You would have to be rushing through it. Like, so what's the point? Why are they doing that? Like what if you need a longer video on YouTube? Well, if you do, it's not gonna do so well. I don't know why. I really don't know why. So we have YouTube not doing its job. We have the algorithm not working because of YouTube not doing its job. Then we have TikTok dominating everything because TikTok knows what it's doing. And then we have Facebook that's completely strict on everything and everyone. And then we have Twitter, which Elon Musk, like a big figurehead he is, changed it to X. They should have just kept Twitter. It's X, but it's still Twitter. Nothing has changed. All he did was slap a logo on there and said, "This is now X, not Twitter." Nothing changed. All it did was make people angry. Because we missed the Tweety Bird. And then we got Instagram. Remember, Instagram is owned by Facebook. And Instagram is doing better than Facebook. How ironic, ain't it? It's kind of funny. Knowing that something you create is knowing something Facebook created is doing better than itself. Yeah. You got like grandmothers and grandfathers on Facebook, and then you got young people on Instagram, which Instagram is doing better because it's... Anyway. So anyway, as I was saying, it's weird knowing that Instagram is doing better than Facebook. And I don't like that at all. I don't like the way that Facebook is just weird. It's not a place where you make content, my boy. And then we have like other third-party apps trying to do the same thing. Then we have like, what? We have like, well, Vine is dead. But then TikTok was like, we got this. We took it over. And then Musically was like, no, I'm just going to change it to TikTok because we're bored. But then we got like these, like I said, then we have these like third-party type stuff. Such as, we got Likey. Likey's trying to copy TikTok. And then we have like Yubo. Yubo is just kind of a place where you just go to find friends. And then you find out that you're not friends. And then you leave because they're not friends that you want. Because the friends you want are not friends at all. And an app where it mostly contains teenagers that know absolutely nothing about the world. That going on. And then we have... like, you'd be looking around and going like, wait, then where are we getting our entertainment? I know where we're getting our entertainment. Straight from Netflix. And then people are like, people are just starting to get tired of it. Like, they're just going, it's just another app. We don't want another app. We want an app similar to YouTube. Well, not YouTube at all. I don't trust YouTube anymore because it's YouTube. YouTube is just not being YouTube anymore, like I said. And then we just want something that has, you know, something to watch, something to be entertained by. And as an entertainer myself, YouTube doesn't give you much to work with. It sucks. If you plan on making videos on YouTube, you better have every single thing for it. Like, you better have a good video, you better have a capture card, and I hope you got a thumbnail, and I hope you got talent because because you're gonna need that. Like, the only reason some channels are growing isn't because of the videos. Is only because of genre reasons. And when I mean genre, I mean like, when you make something on YouTube, you're mostly going to stick to one type of subject, which is something everybody doesn't really realize. That when it comes to making content, you got to let the algorithm know that, hey, I'm making a live stream. Better send it out and shove it into people's face so they won't miss it. So when you do something like that and make, you know, live streams every day, single day, 24/7, never stop, never drink, never eat, then you're gonna gain a lot of followers. Not because of the not eating, not drinking, not sleeping part, but because you're making something that people want to watch, and you're making something only the people wanting to watch it, and you're making it for people that only care for that specific genre, which... But when you go on TikTok and do the same thing, we have no intros, we have no outros, we just have a TikTok video. We just have a minute video. Nothing else, nothing more. Which, that's kind of the part that worries me. Knowing that, the age of having videos isn't around anymore. Anyway, so what have I been doing? Absolutely nothing, because I'm tired of it. I noticed, you can notice this yourself if you do it, but most of the time when you make a video, put your heart and soul into it, just the same as the rest of your content. You're not gaining anything. You're kind of losing interest. But that's the main reason people are leaving. YouTube isn't YouTube anymore. It's different now. And that needs to change. A lot. And there's nothing we can do to fix it. I'm sorry to say that as like a big brother figure, but when you have something like that, what's the point? YouTube is doing extra stuff. Remember when the Oculus came out? The Oculus was by itself. Everything was good. It was smooth sailing. Like everybody was liking it. It was doing so well. It was perfect. There was no add-ons. It was simple. It was basic. We had everything we needed. Okay, to hop into a game, play it, have a fun time. And then Facebook over here was like, hey Oculus, you want me to help? All you gotta do is change your headset to Meta. And so they did. They added things that was not needed. Why would you need a name change? You're still a headset. They took an Oculus and went, no, I don't like it. This isn't for me. We need something different. What is something different? What is something different? How can we make it different? I know. Let's make another pen. You see what I mean? An Oculus, which is basically an Android strapped to your face, because it is. They slapped an Android to your face. If you look at the blueprints, it's literally just that. An Android device shoved into a box, plastered to your face. And you can't do anything about it. That explains why YouTube is going downhill. But you must be wondering, what does that have to do with the content creators and MadPat and me? Well, it just means that you're just going to get less videos. You're not going to get as much as you needed. And like I said, when you needed something, to YouTube, it doesn't work. Like they took that concept and they looked at it and were like, we don't need it. We're just going to use this instead because we made this and therefore people want this. And we think they want it, so we're going to make it. Yeah. It just means you're going to have less videos on YouTube. Well, more specifically, less good videos. Because YouTube is not doing YouTube anymore. The way things work on YouTube isn't really good anymore. Like I said, the decade for YouTube being in its golden years are now gone, unfortunately. And now we have everything else beating it because of it. And YouTube is not wanting to update its own platform. It's wanting to be something it's not. Facebook did that and they ruined it. When they made Meta, everybody absolutely hated it. But for new players, they enjoyed it. All they did was make it more complex than it needed to be. So what does this mean for my videos? Well, if you haven't noticed, I've been making content less and less. Only because of this situation that YouTube is now in. And everybody is just bored of it. And in my eyes, I agree. I'm bored with it. YouTube didn't really need that. Developers making something more complex. When I make a game, I don't make it complex. I make it playable. And right now, everything on YouTube isn't watchable. I agreed with Matt Pat when he said it, like he said it best. Every studio isn't making big hits because they're not following the media correctly. And you can see why with YouTube. To make something, you have to make it. You can't just make something without effort and expect it to do so well. This is just not how it works in life. People are getting bored of it. And people who are making that kind of stuff are also getting bored of it. Because of how the world is starting to turn. It's starting to rely more on shorter things. Shorter videos rather than longer videos. Because our attention span, like I said, ain't no 20 minutes. For right now, I've been testing the waters with content on my YouTube channel. You could go check it out. This video might be uploaded very, very soon. I don't know when. I just don't know when. But keep this in mind. YouTube isn't what it used to be. And I hate to say it. TikTok has only gotten stronger because of it. TikTok took what Vine and YouTube never had. That would be creativity. Giving the option to be more creative with your own work. Able to use sounds with your own tune. Able to make something that everybody will enjoy. And YouTube has lost that touch of making something that a person would enjoy. And in the long run, YouTube messed itself up because of it. They couldn't follow through with its own workings. And to me, I saw that coming a mile away. I was like, YouTube isn't being YouTube. At the time, YouTube was changing something, and I couldn't figure out what it was, but I knew it was changing. And this is what it changed into. And I'm sorry that that has happened to all of us. But we can't do anything to fix it, because that's up to YouTube now. All we can do is wait for it. So we're not on our time anymore. We're on YouTube's time now. And it's time for YouTube to get back up and go back to where it started. YouTube might have to reset itself, start over from scratch. Because the way it's been doing things screwed itself up. And it did that by creating something it's not. And forced something to people that wasn't made for them. Shorts are not made for people. You have a target audience. YouTube didn't follow that. Nobody did. And that's why I knew it was going to happen. Because I noticed a lot of people doing the most strangest things and not getting anything for it. That's why most of the time videos you see on YouTube are doing so well with small content creators, because they're putting a little effort into something that's supposed to be good. And YouTube sees that as something good because people are liking it. So it thinks that shorts are doing better than actual videos. And we can't get that back. So the years of having a video no longer exists. Like, I don't think there is a need to have an intro anymore or an outro anymore because of it. Once people click on and see the intro, they're probably just going to lose interest. Immediately. It is getting into that era where people are not going to watch something like this video for very long, because to them it's too long and not needed, and to YouTube it's unimportant, because YouTube thinks that if it's not watchable and nobody's watching it, then it has to be bad, which is not the YouTube I know. The YouTube I knew gave everyone a chance, and that is gone. YouTube took what I had and decided to take the viewer's side, not the creation side. So instead of providing for the creator to help the viewer, they decided to help the viewer themselves, and look where it got them. So thank you for everyone making it through this video. The spring is coming up. I hope you guys are ready for what I have in store, but I'm not going to be making any more videos for YouTube as of lately because of what's been going on. You can find me more on TikTok, because in my opinion TikTok is doing a lot better than YouTube, and I kind of already explained why. And YouTube is starting to realize that they messed up, so they're starting to recommend a lot older videos to people. And when you usually pull up YouTube these days, it's news and stuff. When you make a new account, it's mostly going to be news and headlines and stuff. But back then, YouTube didn't have that. YouTube had short clips, small clips, and entertaining videos whenever I logged in with a new account. And we don't have that YouTube anymore. So, for YouTube, this is when I say goodbye for now. Because for now, YouTube is not working. So I moved to TikTok. And TikTok is doing a lot better than YouTube. So, stay safe out there. And make sure and keep your eye out on what changes you see. And always pay attention to what you see on YouTube. Because there are some things on YouTube that aren't worth watching anymore, because everyone's leaving it. Team Edge not too long ago announced them leaving because it wasn't working at all. YouTube has stopped being YouTube, and it's time for us to move forward with what we need to do. And that means we need to work harder this time, away from YouTube. YouTube isn't working correctly. Until YouTube fixes what its problem is, I'm not coming back. Alright? On February 5th, I'll be coming back to TikTok, and you'll be able to watch my new videos for the very last time. And this time, once next year rolls around, I will be retiring. So thank you everyone for watching my content for so long. Got me up to 1 million back then. Got me a lot of likes. Thank you for everyone who was supporting me on TikTok, because TikTok was also working for me. I haven't had my channel banned on TikTok yet. I've had multiple accounts on YouTube banning my account, but that's only because it was copyrighted. So most of the content was either deleted or removed from YouTube. And the old content and the old videos that I had are not around anymore, because I abandoned them because of what YouTube was doing. I'll see you guys later. Stay safe.